How we doing, guys? Time for another video. Um, this one here is going to be kind of a little bit of like an about me type video. Um, Different questions that have been asked, not necessarily questions that were asked here on YouTube, but just random questions people ask me. People want to know about me. So, yeah, got a few, jot it down, and it is what it is. Try to keep the video short so it's not too long, and we'll have some fun just answering some questions, not too crazy here. So, first question, what is my age? I will be 39 years old in February. All right. Number 2, are you single? Yes. And what type of women do you like? Okay. When I was a little guy, this show called The Cosby Show came out. And I was about 4 or 5 years old at the time. And so I'm right around the same age as the girl who played Rudy on that show. And I took one look at Lisa Bonet, and I was in love. It's just like the guy she's married to now, except he got her. Lucky son of a bitch. For me, I have always, and I like women of all shapes, sizes, and colors. I'm very open-minded. But I'd have to say that the ones I like best, like Lisa Bonet, are biracial. I like black women. I like Hispanic women. As far as like hair and stuff goes, if I'm gonna date a woman, quote unquote, of color, I like natural hair. I like big natural hair. The bigger the hair, the better. So, that kind of answers that question a little bit. That's kind of what I like. It's been that way ever since I was little, and it's the way it's going to be till the day I die. So hopefully that answers that question. Okay, next question. What is my favorite type of music? Classic rock. 80s hard rock. When I was a kid, this is what my dad would listen to in the car. Mom always had the oldies channel on. And I took a liking to that music. Now, being at the age I am, with the memory I have, and the youngest being the youngest sibling, I have a sister that turned 47 years old on June 12th. She came of age in the late 80s and graduated from high school in 1990. So, I got a really good dose of the 80s pop culture and the rock music and all that stuff. So the 80s rock music was, to me, was a staple of my childhood. It was the story of my childhood. And then, then one day you turn on MTV and you hear those infamous notes. And I knew then it was over. It's done. So it was right around that time that I met my best friend. And he kind of got me into classic rock. He's about 20 years older than me, so he got me into classic rock. He said, "Here, listen to this." He hands me Boston's first album. Wow, this is incredible. So I kind of, when the good stuff kind of nosedive in the early 90s and it crapped out in the early 90s, I went back to old reliable, you might say. And that's where I've been since, and that's where I'm going to stay. So hopefully that answers that one. What type of work do you do and why? Well, my most recent job, I'm actually on the logistics side for a mattress company. And I do forklift operation, I load trucks, and it's myself and one other guy because we operate what's called a satellite warehouse. and we run about sometimes 7 to 8 trucks a day out of there, and we have shuttle trucks come up from our home office. So sometimes when the other guy is not there, if he takes vacation or if he takes a day off or whatever, I have to step up and be the manager and help run the place. So I get to do paperwork. I have to know how to do all that stuff, process everything, and make sure the manifests are good. And if the freight manager is not there to handle the delivery truck guys on time, I have to do their times, and make sure home office gets emails of all that stuff. So it's a process, and it's one that I like doing. It's nice because I don't have to have a gym membership with the heavy lifting of mattresses and adjustable bases and stuff. I get my workout at work. When I started this job, I weighed 215 pounds. I weigh 215 pounds right now, so I haven't lost any weight. I'm not fat, so to speak, but I maintain a consistent weight. I don't always eat the best, but I'm able to maintain a consistent weight of between 210 and 215. I like doing it. I'm not a millionaire by any means, but it pays the bills and it keeps me happy. So I'm going to keep doing it. And it's not a union job, so I know where I stand with these people. It's not a matter of, oh, you've been here this number of years. We think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's a matter of, hey, he shows up every day, does what he's supposed to do, he kicks ass at it. We acknowledge him for merit and not tenure. So hopefully that answers that one. All right, the next one, hobbies. Haven't done it in a while, but actually, I don't like to eat seafood, but I like going fishing. So I think about talking to my buddy and going down to the ocean, just dropping the lines in the water and doing some fishing. I like to work on cars. I've actually thought about doing it for a career, but I'm at the point now where I'm kind of, I'm knocking on 40, and I really don't want to start in that career now because, I'm at the point where I don't have a lot of aches and pains, knock wood, thank God for that. But, that career can be a little bit hard on the body. So with that being said, I'm going to try sticking it out where I'm at, because if I play my cards right, the warehouse industry can be pretty good. If you get lined up with the right people at the right time, you can make some pretty darn good money. So, like I said, bowling, it's always good to take some aggression out on the pins, that sort of thing. I like going to car shows. I like going to the racetrack. I like watching monster trucks. Bigfoot is my favorite monster truck. All things automotive. I like stereo equipment. I like listening to music. That's that type of thing. Here's another one. Are you going to your 20-year high school reunion? No. As I said to my fellow classmates on there, I think it's too damn expensive. What they want to do, it was put together a little too quickly and not enough thought. Also, I feel in my heart that if we're going to have a high school reunion, it should be either at, in the town where we went to high school or near the town. Where they want to have it is nowhere near the town. It's almost an hour away, or may even be more than an hour away. Close to 2 hours away for me. And to spend all that money. Clothes, shoes, date, room if I decide to drink. It's, before I saw it, I was at $700+ to spend to go to a damn reunion. It's too much. Okay? Not doing it. Everybody that goes there, I love all my old schoolmates. You guys are the best. Have a good time. It's just not for me. You want to see me? Come see me anytime. I always have an open door. Okay. Next question. What do you look for in a friendship? This is pretty good. It's a good question. I like this one. I treat people the way I want to be treated. And one of the things I take pride in is being a good friend. Now, on Facebook, when I am your friend, you post pictures. If I think it's a good picture, I'm going to click the like button. Unless you upload the same cover photo 3 times in a couple of hours, like one of my friends did yesterday. But I think she was just trying to adjust it so that it would fit right into the cover photo box. So, and by the way, easiest way to do that, if she happens to watch this video, instead of taking your pictures like this, turn the phone like this. That's the easy way. You'll get that resolution that'll fit into that cover photo box real easy. So anyway, back to the question. I have a friend one time that had an old Ford Bronco, and had body lift and suspension lift, and he bought it used from a car lot that my mom worked at years ago, and whoever did the work did not set the pinion angle right on the rear end. So this thing would routinely eat U-joints, and it would drop drive shaft. I got a call from my Aunt Shirley one time. She was going out with this guy, and he's been a friend of the family for many, many years, even before I was born. And says, she comes up, says to me, she says, Tom's on the side of the road, dropped the drive shaft out of the truck. Can you come help him? It was the middle of January. It was cold as hell. This was 21, 22 years ago. So I didn't even have a car at the time. I was only like 17 years old, so I didn't even have a car. And I said, yeah, of course. So I went into my tools, threw a quick box together, hopped in the car, went up there. And, I said to him, Tom, I'm going to get these. He had the drive shaft bungee corded up so he could get the truck off the side of the road. I said, I'm going to get these bungee cords out of here. I'm going to pull the shaft out, set it up with new U-joints. I'm putting it back in. And then I'll drive home with you so I know that's good. That's how it is. And that's exactly how it went. He set it up with new U-joints. I put the shaft back in, hopped in the truck, drove home. And he made it home, and I made sure he got there safe. Tom's returned that favor many a times over. I helped to put a transmission in a van one time for my Aunt Shirley. And, I've helped him do a lot of things. In the same token, Tom has also helped me do a lot of things. Tom's actually fixing up a riding lawnmower for me right now, so I don't have to cut my grass with a push mower. Because I have a pretty big piece. I have a 1/4 acre lot, but a relatively small house, so I have a big ass backyard, and I don't feel like cutting it with a push mower anymore because I'm pretty tired after I get done doing that warehouse work. So he's doing that for me. Last year when I owned my Ford Taurus, it was time to replace the spark plugs. And that had that 3-liter double overhead cam Duratec engine. And we had to actually pull the upper intake manifold to get to the back 3 spark plugs. Also did the valve cover gaskets while we were in there too. Still didn't stop some bitch from leaking oil. But anyhow, he helped me on that job. He was a tremendous help. He actually, did most of the tough work as far as getting the gasket material off, making sure everything was clean. I got to do the easy part. I got to put the spark plugs in, He made sure that the valve covers were clean so that the gaskets would seal right and that the spark plug tube seals. So Tom actually did a lot of the important stuff, and he made sure I torqued all the bolts correctly to the correct torque specs and everything. So Tom's always been a really, really great friend. And in contrast, I would say this to people that are looking for friends. If you're looking to evaluate your friends, excuse me, if your friend, your so-called friend, is not putting the same effort into that friendship as you, they're probably not your friend. I know there are people that like hanging out with lots of people, and they like having 1,000 people in their friend list on Facebook, so it makes them feel like they're popular. But, if your car breaks down, are them people there? If you lose your job and suddenly you're without a paycheck coming in, or would those people be there to help you tweak your resume, to help you find another? For words of encouragement, moral support. Sometimes that means a lot to people when they're going through stuff. Your friends should always put the same effort into the friendship as you. It's a 50-50. If you find that you got to put more into that friendship and you're doing more than that other person, they're not your friend. So that's that. And then the last question here, because we're at 15 minutes now, so I want to bring this video to a close. What is my favorite movie? Anybody that knows me knows this one already. Smokey and the Bandit. You some bitch! Where are you, you some bitch? So anyway, Jackie Gleason, Burt Reynolds, man, those guys are the best. Jerry Reed, God bless them. They're all up in heaven laughing at me right now. And tell you, I think I'm going. You know what? I'm going to go spend the rest of my day off watching that video right now after I get these videos uploaded. So that's it for my questions. You all have a goody goody. If you like videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe button. See you on the next one.